Hey everybody, thanks for coming and welcome to another edition of the SHIB Worldwide 50/50 Raffle. We are going to talk about, what are we talking about here? We're talking about SHIB Worldwide 50/50 Raffle. We are also talking about the shorts, longs, and the live stream that we are accomplishing right now for the raffle. And we are trying to gear up and take part into what is going on with SHIB and the fact of the news. UAE news is out. How does that affect SHIB? How does that affect you and your daily challenges? We want to know, right? We want to know how that affects you. So without further ado, we're going to get right into this. We're going to dance it. I'm going to do up the analytics. So just bear with me as I do up the analytics for the channel. Thank you so much. Take care, and we'll see you once we start. Looking forward to having everybody come in. Have a great time. But let's have a grand, fantastic show, everyone. Okay, let's get this party started. Guess who's back? Shady's back. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Share as we dare.
In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody! Welcome to the SHIB Worldwide 50/50 raffle. Woo! We're gonna dance right into this one. We have a lot to talk about. We have the UAE landed immigrants contract with SHIB, or do we? Or is it more with the ecosystem development team than it is with the SHIB community, the SHIB family, the biggest worldwide event show on the planet, the only event show that allows you to watch as we reduce the circulating supply of SHIB with this amazing raffle that we're trying to get started, that everybody can participate in. But we can only do that, and we only can make you a multimillionaire if we have participants. We need an audience, a massive audience. We are on the cusp of breaking out and having the worldwide raffle take this to the next level. And we all want SHIB to succeed. Therefore, we succeed as the part of the SHIB community and holding it for a very long time, or in this case, a few years, because SHIB's only been around for 4 years. Hey, welcome to the channel, Jason. Thank you so much for coming, buddy. Woo! Big shout out to you. I missed you in the last couple days, but we are right back on track. Yeah, I posted on X and on Blue Sky about SHIB going to $5. Now, we want SHIB to go to $5 by the end of October this year. So October 31st, we're hoping to hit $5. Of course, we have to do some work, a lot of work, right? We have a massive amount of SHIB to burn and a massive amount of community to drive into SHIB. But with every step of the way, we can manage to accomplish this feat, even though it seems like it's an impossible thing. But with bringing, I want to bring in 100 million by October 31st. New wallet holders. I also want to bring in the fact that we're going to reduce approximately 80% of the total supply that's outstanding. Now, to make this clear to everybody, 589 trillion SHIB can be done in a very short period of time, yes. But the problem is the shakeout is extremely hard because a lot of those wall holders are still holding a massive number of SHIB. For instance, India has 35 trillion SHIB that they haven't traded since they've gotten it from Vladimir Putin. So please keep that in mind, that they haven't traded one SHIB. Not one SHIB has been traded from India. So you got to keep that in mind. So we would have to somehow convince them to buy SHIB 50/50 raffles. No, put that amount on the marketplace, because right now they're holding it. I don't know what they're holding it for, but I'm guessing that once it starts getting closer to the 1 cent, they're going to start selling it. I would think it would be in their best interest to sell it to the marketplace, but there's no guarantees, especially if the raffle's taken off. They see the raffles reducing the circulating supply, and then everybody's like, well, there's still 35 trillion SHIB outstanding, but it's not on the market. It's out there, but it's not available to anybody to buy or sell, because they have to sell it in order for us to have any traction. So keep that in mind. So we're looking at about 80%, 79 to 80% that we can actually reduce. Once we get to that level, though, we are looking at massive gains. And then what will happen is everybody will start to drive SHIB through the roof, because they start to understand that now there's limited supplies, causes that scarcity that we want. What's on Kraken tonight? What's on Kraken tonight is AUE. Okay, so we talked about this yesterday and the day before, because this is a massive deal for the Shiba Inu. Okay, Shiba Inu ecosystem development team. It's a big deal for them. Now, I don't know if it's a big deal for SHIB, but it's a big deal for them. The landed immigrants, if they were smart, they would buy up. And if they're watching, please don't watch this. Right, Jason? We don't want them watching this, because they will steal it all. because they have enough money that uh, 10 million or 10 billion or 11 billion is a drop in the bucket for them, knowing that India holds so much of it. They only have to come up with about $6 billion, and they own all of SHIB, and then they would control, what would they control, Jason, out of that? World debt. That's exactly right. They would control the world debt with SHIB. So we don't want that. One person to have SHIB is the bad idea. It's like an apocalypse kind of event that would happen, and we don't want that. We want to make sure that everybody has a chance. So what's on the Kraken tonight? Good point. Well, let's go check out, because I know who was adding. There was a whole bunch of I gotta refresh. Sorry, gotta refresh. Qcoin was adding. Now, was the Kraken adding? No, the Kraken. Qcoin. Oh, Qcoin sold off some in the last third. Remember, if they bought it today, it won't be listed on here. Okay, it takes a couple of days. This isn't accurate information. So the Kraken is buying. It should be buying. All the exchanges should be buying, because that would start a bidding war to steal it away from Ethereum. And that hasn't happened yet. I was expecting that to happen last week. It didn't happen. I'm not sure why it's not happening, because, hey, Prince, big shout out to you. What are the benefits of having a coin wallet? Okay, so tokenomics and coins. So the difference between the two. So Doge is a coin. Okay, they call it a token, but it's treated like a coin. So tokens have more. What's the word? Tokens have more elusivity, so they can be traded and swapped, where coins can't be swapped easily. Tokens can be swapped in between exchanges, where you like Doge can't be swapped as easily in between exchanges. What it has to happen is you have to move it. You can't just swap it. So it's got to go to USDT. Then from USDT, then you can swap it over. But then it costs to swap it to USDT and then swap it back out. Tokens you can do whatever you want with tokens. Tokens can go to the metaverse can go to MetaMask. They can swap it between exchanges really easily. It's got more diversification. Makes sense, Jason? You understand what that means? It's got way more diversification, so it's way better as far as moving currencies between each one. So it can go between exchanges really quickly. That's why SHIB gives it that much more power than Dogecoin. But that's just one avenue of it. So yeah, that's exactly it, Jason. So that's the difference between coins and tokens, which is good for us and bad, because it can be moved fairly quickly. Once, like, you're on Robinhood, for instance, Robinhood doesn't have to deal with Vladimir Buterin or Ethereum anymore, because they bought so much SHIB. As long as they continue to buy SHIB, they're going to have that market share. So they're stealing that market share, or market cap, not market cap, market share, away from Ethereum, because they can offer you lower fees, which is awesome for you, because it's what you want. You want lower fees. What else do we want? You want to talk about the Lander Nimmerance now? Far as I know, all of what they're talking about benefits the ecosystem development team. So Bone Leash, Shiboshi, Shitoshi's treat, the metaverse, SHIB the metaverse. I'm just going to call it the metaverse. It benefits that aspect of it, because if it's under leash, and Shibarium. Okay, and then they're going to put SHIB at the forefront of that, saying that it's benefiting SHIB because of Shibarium. But we all know that every time that they do a hard fork, it has nothing to do with SHIB. They came out and made a big statement about it, that SHIB was supposed to be that part of it. Now, we do have some news on Ethereum saying that they're thinking about putting SHIB as a gas fee. Now, woo! Rock! That would be massive for SHIB. That would drive awareness, and that would help boost the educational part of it. And it would give us the burn ratios that we've all been looking for with Shibarium. And then because of the amount of fees associated with Ethereum, you can just imagine the amount of burns that would happen under SHIB. So that would be another massive catalyst. No, uh, that would be in one massive driver. So the catalyst is the people behind SHIB. So that's us, right? All the investors behind SHIB, that's all of us. So that would be massive for everybody. And you would expect a little bit of a boost from that. Um, Probably around 50 to 60% from where it's at right now. And then once the burn started catching on fire, that's when you would start to see the utility driven SHIB work for everybody, because that would be a massive reduction in SHIB circulating supply. So then Vladimir Buterin, but before he does that, would probably want to buy all the SHIB that he can get his hands on away from BlackRock and Robinhood and Binance and Crypto.com and Gate.io and HTX, just so they can drive up that awareness. Make sense? Everybody got it so far? Am I going too fast? Because people tell me I'm going too fast. That's why they don't pay attention or come on to the channel anymore. Got to remember that we're trying to get this raffle going so that we can increase your wealth. That was the whole point of this. Is we want to make sure that everybody gets wealthy with this, and we're only one part of the. All we're doing is transferring money. Okay, so it's not fiat money, but it is SHIB currency, and that's how we can host. Everybody thinks that we can't host these things. I've talked to all these. We talked about two law firms already, and they said you can't host a raffle. I said, well, you might want to look at your regulations because we're not dealing with fiat currency at all. What? How can you host a raffle with not dealing with Canadian currency or American currency? Well, it's all in SHIB. Never heard of it. See, exactly. And they never heard of it. Why? Because if they put stipulations in place for SHIB, that means they have to put stipulations in place for every single country in the world. They can't do that. Each country's got its own regulations and rules on raffles. And so in the States is even worse because they have jurisdictional rules and regulations on 50-50 events. Where in Canada, we have it provincial. It's all provincial. But it's in Canadian currency. It's not in American currency. It's in Canadian currency. And then America is all in American currency. And Portugal is in Russia's in rubies, and India's in rubies too, but it's different spelling. I think it's different spelling. And Mexico is ruby pesos. Philippines is pesos. Yen, won, right, from Japanese and China. They all have their own jurisdictions on the raffles and the lottery that they can host. Right now, we're banned on YouTube in Russia. I don't know why, but we just got banned a little while ago. I don't know exactly how that all played out, but that's how that all got distributed. Yeah, so we are talking about educating everybody in the planet, and how is that affecting everybody, or how is that going to affect everybody? We only say one thing, right, Jason? Lower supply. So if you have something that's in high demand, what's in high demand? What is in high demand? Everybody wants to make what? Show me the money. Everybody wants to make money. There isn't a single person on the planet who doesn't want to make money. So show me the money. We'll show you the money when we reduce the circulating supply of SHIB. No, when we bring in more people. Because what drives more people to something? More money. Exactly. So if you're making money by reducing the circulating supply, and how do you know that people are not educated in SHIB? Well, look at the price. That's how you know people are not educated in SHIB. And we've been hosting this event since October. You would have thought it would have caught on by now. We would have had these massive drives of people coming in and saying, excuse me, but how do I buy a ticket? Or what do you mean if it's lower supply, it's going to drive demand? Well, what happens is people flock to where they're going to make money. And it's proven time and time again. Trump came out with their coin. It went to $75. It beat SHIB in a landslide, but it's come right back down. It's trading at 16. I thought I saw it today, 15, $16. So it's dropped off because it had this huge inflection point, and then shoo, because why? It's novelty. You can make just as much money of it going up as it going down, and you're probably better off timing it on the downside than you are on the upside. Um, just pump and dumps. That's what these are, right? So people have to understand that. SHIB, I'm shocked. That means that I'm literally shocked. We've been hosting this since October. We've had what, 5, 6 people come on, 20 people come on, a third, 30 people come on. There's billions of 8 billion people on the planet. Nobody wants to get educated. What can I say? Or they don't think it's worth their while. I don't know. I talked to one person, and they said that I come on your channel when I'm bored. I'm like, wow, that's not very impressive for me. You're coming on this channel because you're bored. I don't really like that. That's not good. So big shout out to everybody. Big shout out to Rowena. Big shout out to Wena. Big shout out to Babe's channel. Big shout out to Gabriel, Leah. Big shout out to Romel, DJ, Ryan. Big shout out to Krish. If you're out there, big shout out to you. Big shout out to Jason M. Big shout out to Ethan M. Big shout out to Dong, Kate, Casey, Tintin. Big shout out to you. If I'm missing anybody, please shout out. I know that SHIB is down. What? It's at 4-0-14-9-2-4, which is, I think it's hilarious. Anyone else think it's funny that SHIB is down? Anybody? Or they're crying? There's no sense in crying over it. You might as well laugh over it. It's just, uh, we just burned a billion what was it, 2 weeks ago? Not even 2 weeks ago, but 10 days ago. We burned a billion SHIB. You know how much money that is? That's $19,000 given back to the community. 19,000 USDT given back to the community of SHIB. Now that money was given to you, and they sold off because the rest of the market's selling off. You're selling value for anyway. Won't get into it. That's where I don't understand. I'm like, you can say what you like, but the truth of the matter is 80 or 90% of them are not educated in SHIB. Lower supply drives demand. That's a guarantee. Lower supply drives demand. So we get more people coming in, and right now, here we'll share the link with everybody. We'll show you just how many people have come into SHIB within the last little while. Right now, we're sitting at 1,499,308. Now, this was down earlier, but it only was down like 200, 300 wall holders. So, okay, so you got this at the lowest. Good job, Jason. Woo! You got this at 12.12. Is that true, Jason? Did you get this at 12.12? 4 zeros, 12.12, Jason. Come on. How many did you buy? Did you buy half your supply that you already have, or did you double down and just buy a lottery ticket? Don't say the exact amount, Jason. Just tell us how much. Like, did you double down? Excellent. Good job. 12.12. Wow. 4 zeros, 12.12 was the lowest point that it hit. What was it, 3 days ago, 4 days ago? We had to go back. Remember, we had to go back to 2023 to get that price. Like, that's amazing that able to get that price 2020, 2023, 2024. No, 2023. November of 2023 to get that price at 12.12. And those that got it got extremely lucky. So if you doubled down, that means that you dropped your average, which is awesome. That's a DCAing in. Everybody that took advantage of that, kudos. I tried to get I was trying to do it too, but I timed it wrong. I jumped into I bought twice. I bought at 17 and then again at 15. And I was like watching it go down. I'm like, damn it, I should have waited. I should have waited. I could have bought like a lot of SHIB. Would have got back everything basically back up to almost a billion SHIB. That would have been amazing on its own. What do you need a billion SHIB for? Well, you don't. Totally be honest with you, you don't need that much SHIB. SHIB, you don't need a lot of. You only need a couple million, and it doesn't cost you very much. That was the whole purpose of this, is to educate the entire planet, is because you don't need it. You don't need a lot. And it's affordable to everyone. All over the world, it's affordable to you. And right now, it's going to cost you $15.30 to buy 1 million SHIB, just so that you know. So if you're thinking about buying SHIB, hey, when big show to everyone, yay! Prince, you got anything that you like to talk about? The landed Emirates, um, if they're smart, they're going to do some research. I hope they don't do too much research because, well, Jason would love it because it would drive the price of SHIB through the roof, like instantly through the roof. You would see it come on the top CoinCarp. You look at the top 100 wall holders, and all of a sudden you'll see them either with 3 or 4 wallets, and it would just be a massive buy-in. Because they have the money, guys. They have the money to buy out SHIB. Right now, that's why Rowena, big shout out to you. That's the amazing part of SHIB, right? It's affordable to everyone on the planet right now. So, but if they bought it, yeah, they would steal it. I'm sorry to say it, and they would steal it really fast. Because majority of what they have is gold. Just so that you're aware, gold is at 28.65. Is it 28.65 or 28.30 something? When I was looking at it earlier, it was like 20. It was like amazing, 28.48 and change. It's like wow. And Landed Emirates, they have a lot of gold. So to transfer some of that gold into SHIB, but then they would control the world debt. And the Landed Emirates to control the world debt, that's a scary thing, man. That's a very scary thing. So we don't want to keep it quiet. How's Shiba Inu doing? Shiba Inu is at 15.17 right now. 15.17. Yeah, so for the price of a couple lottery tickets buys you approximately 1 million SHIB, which is, it isn't a lot right now, but it is something to hold on to, especially if we can get the raffle going. And I'm promising everybody, if we can get the raffle going and we get people into this channel, we can start to subscribe. We burn 80% of whatever we take in here. United Emirates. That's right, Prince. That's exactly what we're talking about. Yeah, there's a huge deal with the SHIB ecosystem development team. They just announced it on the SHIB magazine. Just, yeah, from the ecosystem development team. So they are covering bone, leash, trait, Shiboshi, Satoshis, Shiba Swap, and Shibarium, and the metaverse. We won't call it SHIB the metaverse because it's just, they basically hijack the name just for their own benefit. And if they don't get what they want, or they don't get into what they want to get into, they usually don't cover it. They just announced another, I think someone said another hard fork on Shibarium, which means even less chance of burning SHIB. So that's one reason why SHIB might sell off, is because how everything revolves around the ecosystem development team. Like, a lot of people watch it and they think that, oh, they announced it, it should be a big news for SHIB. But that's the thing, it's not really for SHIB. So unless the Landed Emirates start to really buy out, and you'll see it, it'll happen really fast because they got, like I said, they got enough money to buy it out very quickly, especially at this price. which begs to differ why SHIB sold off so fast. And then what's going to happen is because SHIB's so cheap right now, war starts, and they're going to think it's Vladimir Buterin and Ethereum that's trying to buy it, and all of a sudden it turns into United Emirates that try and buy it, and they're not going to try. They will. They will steal it from you. They'll steal it from all these yo-yos trying to get these massive ceilings in there right around the 1800 and get liquidated instantly. Like, that's how fast the United Emirates can do it. United Emirates can do it because of the amount of money that they're sitting on is just phenomenal. And remember, there's I think there's 14 of them princes, 14 princes or nine princes, nine princes, and they're all sitting on approximately a few $billion each. So if they come in, it's going to be a race to the top. See who's going to get in fast and furious. And then all the ones that are trying to sell it right now at the market cap, the top at like 18, like 2,000, was it 1.9 trillion, will all get liquidated at. And that it's their own fault, right? Because they're trying to bring the price down, trying to drop the price of SHIB down, and it'll be their own fault. But at the same time, all of us will get rich, sorta. But the only ones that are going to buy it from us is the landed Emirates, United Emirates. So give up one thing for another. And world domination is everything, right? With everybody. Everybody wants to control the world. And probably realizing that now, how would they do that with SHIB? And I hope they do, because it's a little bit more complicated than just taking it and then hedging. But it becomes more valuable than gold. I just can't release that, right? That's the problem with SHIB. SHIB it's better off in our hands, the investors, than it is in the hands of others. That's why we don't want banks to get it first. We want to make sure everybody has a chance to get it, because the banks will steal it from you, just like the landed Emirates will steal it from you. Anyone with a lot of money won't take it, because the amount of money that they got to put forth and bring up is not exactly worth it to them, because it'll drive the price insane. So it's not in their best interest. Same thing with Elon Musk. If he were smart, he would use it to buy and sell products that are for Tesla or for SpaceX. But he doesn't do that, thank God. Because if he did that, then it would reduce ship circulating supply quickly, because of the amount of cars or the amount of equipment that he's using. So anything that costs more money to get, he could use that for leveraging and then reducing ship circulating supply based on it. So we don't want to talk about it, right? Because those are conglomerates. Once they start to realize that they could manipulate it. Same thing with Trump. Thank God Trump hasn't figured it out yet, because if he did, he would be all over like white on rice, because that would pay off the deficit in about less than 2 years, and he's got 4 years in power. You imagine what that would do for the Republican Party to bring that forward. That would be massive. I have to take in this much money, and then I burn as much SHIB as possible. That would be awesome. That's exactly what would be going on. So that would drive a massive amount of what? Demand. What kind of demand we're going to get from the Federal Reserve? That's the problem. We don't want that central banking sector. One bank, two banks is okay, but they have to be spread out between European and America, or we would want a kind of like a worldwide separation, so that no one entity owns it. It gets split up. But we'll see. We'll see. We want the SHIB worldwide 50-50 going, because then it'd be different for everybody, because everybody would be taking part in it. Eventually, everybody on the planet would be in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, and that would drive in more demand. So then we're actually benefiting everybody in the world. We're like all of us, the people that make up the currency, that spend it, lend it, and are able to use it. in a fashion that helps stimulate the economy. And that's exactly what we want. That's what we want. We want that worldwide vision in SHIB, not your backyard. When someone tells you, oh, it's never going to have 500 million people in it, come on. It is extremely cheap right now. And it doesn't, 1 million each, guys. 500 million people by 1 million each. That's 500 trillion. You know what someone said? There's not that much money in the world. You're telling me that there isn't 500 million people that can't afford $18. No. No, right, exactly. Exactly. So how much money do you think is in the world? If every person, 500 million of them can afford $18. Well, it can't happen. You know, you're absolutely right. It would drive the price up before it got to that level. Absolutely, because not everyone's going to sell, and not everyone's going to buy just 1 million SHIB. That's absolutely correct. And then the amount of SHIB that's available is only roughly around 120 trillion SHIB. So there's only enough for 100. If 1 million SHIB, 120 million people. There's the difference of what's available. Now, not everybody's going to buy 1 million SHIB. In fact, I own a billion. Almost was it? I own a few, right? Quarter of a billion. Yeah, I own just over a quarter of a billion SHIB. So, and then there's others. Oscar owns over a billion SHIB. I don't know what Clay Bro owns, but influencers that own it. And why do they own it? Because they see the value in it. People don't see that value. I keep telling Clay it's a guaranteed investment. He's like, no, it's not. There's no such thing as a guaranteed investment. Okay. Can prove it to you in a heartbeat. What do we have? Right? We'll talk about this because this is what's good about SHIB, about the whole process of SHIB. Okay, so wait a minute. Woo, boom, baby. Boom, baby, boom, baby. Okay, so yeah, so we always talk about what's a guaranteed investment. Guaranteed investment is an investment that never exists. That's exactly it. That's how rare SHIB is. That's exactly it. That's how rare SHIB is. There's no such thing, right? No such thing as a guaranteed investment. Okay, so if you have something that's always in demand, so what is always in demand? So you can always say water is in demand. You can always say food is in demand. And everybody just eats it because it's there, it's available. Okay. So, but in order to get the food, you have to get something else. You have to use a different tool. You have to use money in some cases. Some people have food on their property and then they just have to go pick it or slaughter it, depending on how much they have. Okay, so that's in demand. Okay, food, water, shelter, right? Always in demand. Money is the tool to get those things. So money has value. When you have currency that's reducing its circulating supply, you have demand for that currency. You just don't realize it yet, but you have demand for it because as it reduces it, it gains in value. As you bring in more people, it gains in value. Like India holding on to 35 trillion SHIB is value. They're not spending it, they're holding it. That has value because it's taken off the market. So it's like it doesn't exist at all. Okay? So you have Robinhood and they have hundreds of trillions of SHIB, but they're using it to bring in more people into the mix. But they're not reducing it. So once they start reducing it, that's going to drive even more demand. So they would use it as a fee. So every time they sell it and every time they buy it, they reduce the circulating supply of it. from outside. From inside, they don't do that, not yet, but eventually they will, because they'll understand reducing the circulating supply increases demand and drives up value on both ends of it. So that's why the 50-50 raffle is so important, because that's what we're trying to do. Is we're trying to do it twice as fast for twice the amount of people that can come in and see it for what it is. And that's why we want to make sure that everybody has a chance to get involved in it before the exchange, before the organizations take advantage of it, because they're going to reduce it too, because they're going to get paid by the governments to reduce it. They get paid way, like, and that's why I don't understand. Okay, people that are reducing ship circulating supply, our hats go off to you. Thank you so much for reducing the ship circulating supply. And these are where they burn SHIB. This is the only wallet that will accept SHIB tokens. Only SHIB. You can't burn anything else in here. You only burn SHIB. It's why it's called SHIB burn. It won't accept any other wallet except from SHIB. So that's very, very important that you realize that. So when we get the money in SHIB to buy a ticket, half of the supply from that ticket, from that order, goes into the reduction of SHIB circulating supply. So it's a win-win. That's why we say it pays you to play, because it actually does pay you to play. If you win twice. If you didn't win the ticket draw, then you watch the burn and you win in the burn. But you're winning either way. No matter what happens, you're a winner. Anyone who's sitting on the sidelines who didn't participate in the raffle, you're a winner, because there's a reduction in ship circulating supply. Right? So that was the whole purpose of it. That's why that education is so important, and why the raffle is like the best raffle in the entire world, because it's the only raffle that actually reduces and drives in more demand, because you have to be in what? This is where it's a win-win, right, Jason? You have to buy SHIB to take part in the raffle. You get it? So you can't have Ethereum, you can't have Doge, you can't have Solana, you can't have Crow. You have to have SHIB to take part in the SHIB raffle. We don't do the swaps, right? It's strictly SHIB. Because why? Everything else has governance except for Bitcoin. So you need permission, and this is you need permit, and you have to follow the guidelines of their exceptions. So if we were trying to do XRP, for instance, we'd have to go and talk to the developers of XRP. We'd have to go in and talk to all of their people in XRP in order for us to get permission to host a raffle. And then they would want us to use their platform because it's set up through them. So then we would have to get permission. And chances are there would be a fee associated with it every single month for us to be even allowed to participate in it. But it would give us what? They would probably tell us that they would offer our platform for their XRP clientele. So they would advertise it for us. No, what they will do is they'll charge us a smaller fee on their platform. So if anyone understands that, please give me a hand up, or please clap, or give us 100 or something. Blow the whistle or the horn or the bugle. If you understand that concept. This is why we love SHIB. This is why we did the 50-50 raffle only in SHIB. Zero governance, zero employees, zero CEOs, zero CFOs, no wages, no one over SHIB at all except for us. We are in control of SHIB. So anyone holding SHIB, you are actually part of the future of currency, of the new currency that's coming out, right? So it's already out. It's been out for 4 years. But because of the burns that happened, drove in the utility for SHIB. Okay. So 2021, June, big shout out to Vladic Buterin for doing this. Our hat goes off to you, Vladic Buterin. If you're listening in, our hat goes off to you. Thank you so much for allowing us to have these three wallets that we can use to reduce the circulating supply of SHIB. which gave it utility, which took it away from the meme coin that it's got for the status and gave it real utility. So that is a huge benefit to the entire world, and everybody should understand what that means for everybody. And we have, if no one's paying attention to the website, please pay attention to the website. The website hosts Amazon. So there's Amazon links down there. Every time you use the links, it reduces SHIB circulating supply. Now, it doesn't do it by a great number. It's only 1%. But if you took into consideration that Amazon made $575 billion last year, if we start using those links to buy on Amazon what you're normally going to buy on Amazon, you don't have to go out of your way to buy anything. Whatever you're going to buy on Amazon, you use those links. Those links represent the reduction in SHIB circulating supply. Isn't that a benefit to you? Absolutely, because you're in SHIB. So why wouldn't you support something that's going to make you wealthy? Why wouldn't you support anything that's going to help drive awareness? Why wouldn't you take part in something that's going to make you be very successful at it, right? So every single person should be buying through Amazon on the links. If you're just buying Amazon anyway, if you're buying it on Amazon anyway, why don't you just use links? So when you go on and you use the links, okay, so maybe we should do that. Jason Prince is show them, right? So we'll go into we'll refresh this and we'll go into SHIB Worldwide 50/50 raffle. We'll share it. All right. So we'll go to accumulation because that's where it's under accumulation. Go all the way to the bottom here. There's Amazon. So this one says what? Link to Amazon's international outside the US. So, and it shows you it would be 5.75 billion US if we burned this last year. So they made 575 billion. 1% is 5.7 billion dollars worth reduced. That's literally 60% of the total supply of SHIB gone in a year. What would the price be if we did that? Well, all you got to do is click the link. So we'll click the link. There you have it. So it says SHIB burn SHIB. Now, all you got to do is link your account. So all you got to do is link your account. Once you link your account, sign in, you go into your account, your normal account, and then from there you go and buy whatever it is that you're going to go buy. And then it doesn't change the price of it. It just helps reduce the circulating supply of SHIB. That's it. So we just went into it for you. So it's totally legit. Okay. There isn't a back door. There is no malware, no viruses. It's just strictly for people who are interested in reducing the circulating supply of SHIB. And you're doing it anyway, so you can share the links with all your friends and relatives or everybody that's coming into Amazon. This link is provided to you by Clay Bro, so give out a big shout out to Clay Bro. Thank you for setting this up, Clay. Thank you so much to the whole SHIB community for helping bring awareness to SHIB, which everybody should be like, wow, that's awesome that that's being done. So you can buy the SHIB, but everything you use on here would go to the reduction of SHIB circulating supply. And this is outside the US. The other one, let's go back. The other one is for US. Okay, so this one is for the USA. This link is for the US. So just so that you're aware of the two different. The other one, there's another one. You can go to Clay Bro 883 on YouTube and look him up. He's got one there for Brazil. If you're from Brazil, anybody from Brazil that wants to use it, absolutely go to their link. I didn't put the link on here because it's only one country, and we are a worldwide event. So that's why I didn't put it on here. I know that we cover the U.S. because they're close neighbors of ours, and we're all about make a love shout out to Babe's channel too. So, is there anything I'm missing, guys? Anything at all I'm missing, or did you like? I know that Shibling. I don't know if the Shibling has been on. And anyone know about Shibling? Okay, that's where I bought my shirts. I'm having somebody looking into possibly building some more shirts for us, a lot cheaper. I think the cheapest I can get is 18, and then we'll charge 22 per shirt, and then of course 80% of everything we make, um, and that's profit wise. So if it cost me $18 to buy it, and I'm charging 22, there's $4 difference. Okay, 80% of that would be going to the reduction, and then 20% would be going to us to help with the advertising of SHIB, depending on what everybody wants. We'll talk about those shirts later on, because right now, if you go on Shibling and try and buy a shirt, it's going to cost you $45 or $42 Canadian, which is a little on the rich side, and the quality is not quite there. But I love Shibling, and they said that they're going to burn SHIB, but the thing is, they got to do better than what they're doing right now. And you can go on and design your own shirt if you like on Shibling, and they can do that too. But there's other products on. There's certain ones too that you can do, and it pays you to develop your own shirts. But the problem is with that is there's so much competition, and not everybody's going to want to buy a shirt. Um, yeah, there's tons of competition out there to build your own shirt and then try and sell it. But anyone trying to make a buck is, what they're trying to do is try to make a buck out of it, out of the whole ordeal. And we're talking about SHIB and what it means for the United. What is it? Oh, Prince was getting at before. United Emirates. That's right. United Emirates is looking into the SHIB ecosystem development team, and we'll see where that goes in the next couple of days and see how fast that happens. Now, the Kraken is in that kind of region too, right, Jason? That's in Asia, isn't it? The Kraken. So it's going to be interesting to see if they start. Yeah, that's a good point, Jason. Yeah. So within the next 36 hours, it's going to tell some massive stories. But you're going to see one thing happen if it's United Emirates that is going to be buying SHIB, and you're going to see a lot of movement in SHIB's price. I do mean a lot of movement. Probably about 90% from where it is right now on the upside. And that's no joke. And if it happens, it is what it is. It's good. It's good for people holding it. It's not so good for people trying to get in, because you're going to be paying a lot more money for it. And I do mean a lot more money for it. Because within, I would think, 3 weeks, SHIB would be around all-time highs, breaking that 3 zeros. And that's in just at the end of this month. Now we get the raffle going. Depends on how many tickets we sell, right, Jason? Right, Prince? How many tickets we need to sell for SHIB to hit $5? Any guesses? Any guesses? How many tickets do we need to sell to get SHIB to $5? Can anyone do the calculations? Anybody at all? You know that there's a limited supply of SHIB tickets, and not everybody's going to participate in the raffle. But we do know something about raffles. Once it catches on Everybody wants to get in on the action. Nobody wants to get left out of a raffle, especially if it's going to start producing multimillionaires right away and a million pounds worth of SHIB. Jason, you know what that means? $1.25 million in your pocket. Plus, Jason, plus the reduction of SHIB circulating supply on top of that, right? So if we sold, let's say, 14 million tickets, that's 3 winners, right? And each of them get 1.25 million USDT worth of SHIB. 3 winners, and then what? Right afterward, what happens? The reduction of SHIB circulating supply. The double whammy for everybody in the whole SHIB community starts to benefit from it, because that's a massive reduction. So that now there's 3 million pounds that's now going to be reduced in SHIB circulating supply. That's going to drive what? Your price that you just got, probably 1.5 to 1.6 million. And then everybody that just won, same thing is going to happen. You know what that's going to do? It's going to snowball. Everybody's going to want to flock to the SHIB Worldwide 50/50 raffle. Everybody's going to want to take part in it. Nobody wants to get left out of that raffle because it benefits everybody. Therefore, you're going to see massive amount of people buying SHIB. Massive amount of people buying SHIB, because you're starting to see Bitcoin prices back when Bitcoin just started off. And no one wants to miss out on that. Nobody, right? Because we're like, wow, this is awesome. We're going to reduce the circulating supply, and we're going to get if we win, we're going to really win. We win twice, and we probably win a lot more than £1 million worth, maybe 1.2 million pounds worth, because we're reducing the SHIB circulating supply. Then you win, you're like, wow, I can't do anything for 7 days. That's not so good. But at least you're sitting on what potentially could be 2 million pounds worth of SHIB by the time you're ready to sell it back on the marketplace. So it's a win-win situation for everybody. There's no losers. That's the thing. And what lottery gives you back money? Tell me, which lottery can you go in and it gives you back money? Same thing with this 50/50 raffle. That's why we invented it, so that everybody would benefit from it. And the fact that this has taken 3 months for people to catch on, well, they're not even caught on, right, Jason? Prince? How many people have caught on to it? How many tickets we sell? How many people are going to the website, checking out the website every single day to see how they can buy tickets, how they can purchase them, how they can find out about it? How many people have gone on to check out the Amazon links, make sure that they're legit? I just did it for them. I just proved it to everybody that they are legit. That you go on there, you change it to your normal Amazon address, buy whatever it is you want, and then it reduces SHIB circulating, and it costs you nothing to do it. You're just going on and buying whatever you want on Amazon. It's that simple. It's that easy. Every single person on the planet should have it. Absolutely, they should. If you're buying, there's $5.75 billion that they made last year. That would wipe out more than half the supply. 62% gone. Just like that in a year. Now, it wouldn't happen. It would happen month to month, or it would start to happen every 2 weeks, depending on how much money is accumulated and given to Claybro to reduce. Because that money would sit in. Claybro would have to do the same thing. He'd have to get somebody to witness it eventually. He doesn't have to, but it would be in his best interest to do that, just so that it doesn't look like it's, money's going into his account for the reduction of SHIB circulating supply, just to keep him honest. That's exactly it, because it's a lot of money, right? Same thing with us. We have to have trustees. We have to have people to witness what we're doing, so we keep what we say we're going to do honest. And our integrity, our character, it means everything to the whole SHIB community. Absolutely. Absolutely. we're only taking in 4.73, which is less than 5%. And that's just to cover advertising, keep the lights on, computers, new systems, able to brought podcasts from anywhere in the world. All that kind of information have to be spread out to everybody. Anyway, I'm Will, your host. Thank you so much for coming in, and I hope you enjoyed the show. We are waiting for United Emirates, Prince, Jason, Rowena, Babes. So we'll see what happens. I'm pretty sure that I'm not sure why Vladimir Buterin, part of Ethereum, haven't discussed how they're going to buy back their market share. I'm not sure if London Emirates are going to start buying it. It'll be interesting to see if they start buying it. If Trump starts to acknowledge that because he's already come out with. Oh yes, I forgot this information. Good thing you reminded me. Trump announced that he is coming out with an ETF. Does anybody have an idea what that ETF is about? Anybody at all? Jason, do you have any idea? Prince? It was announced today, by the way. Anybody? Krish? Vincent? Are you out there? Anybody? Come on. Yeah, it's about Trump. Trump announced that there's going to be an ETF, another ETF coming out. This one is a little different because the other ones are Ethereum ETFs, or just what do they call it? One shot deal, right? So it's ETF in Ethereum and ETF in BTC. But now there's going to be another one, and I'm going to give you a hint. Everybody ready for the hint? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready for the hint. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. It doesn't cost you anything to hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll keep informed of what's going on. Remember, the 50-50 raffle is here to help you make you very successful. Not just a little successful, very successful. Extremely profitable to you. We can't try and sum this up any better than what we are. It's supposed to make you extremely rich. Yeah, bye for now, Babes channel. Okay, so nobody has any idea? Okay, Trump has announced BTC Plus ETFs. Okay, he never said how many cryptocurrencies are going to be on this list, but there's a list, and it's coming out. We don't know who's going to be on it, but it's very positive, extremely positive for cryptocurrencies. So just keep that in mind. Okay, without further ado, we're going to get right into this. We're going to rock you out. Rock you out. Yes, it's about Trump. It's so Jason, if you're tuned out, make sure you come back to this because you want to make sure that you understand what the BTC ETF Plus is all about. And that's what Trump announced today. So just so that you're aware of the news, and we're keeping our eye on United Emirates. Trump did say that he's going to try, if we see anyone trying to take out cryptocurrencies, that he said he was going to buy it out. Oh, see if he'll keep his word on that one. Anyway, I'm going to rock you out with a tune. God bless each and every one of you. Jesus loves you, and we want to make sure that you become extremely wealthy in SHIB. That's why we host a SHIB 50-50 raffle, and that's why we bring you all the latest and greatest educational platforms and tutorials on what we are trying to accomplish here. Thank you so much for coming, everybody. Enjoyed the show. Well, we'll rock it. 53 minutes and counting. Woo! Good vibes. Remember, we want to be part of your family. We want to make you extremely wealthy. That's why we host these things. Make sure everybody has a chance to come in and be part of something bigger than yourself. No, come in and take part in it. Have some fun with it. Tell us we're full of crap. Tell us anything. Make sure that you do a shout out. Make sure you come in and say, we can't host these things. Go right ahead. Tell us tell us how we can't. Be a lawyer up. Find out exactly what SHIB can do for you. Find out what SHIB is doing for you. You don't realize it yet. Remember, SHIB should never sell off because of the reduction in SHIB fixed supply. It should always add value. Anything of value should always be driven higher. Just common sense, right? Thank you so much for coming, everybody. God bless each and every one of you. Live long and prosper. Peace out, everybody. And we're going to do the count. Now.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good night. God bless. Have a great one. Bye.